You. I love Huntress. She's actually one of my favorites. She's also my favorite to play against, or one of them, if you give her a good map. I think Huntress in like Azerov's realm is often very exciting to play against. I like how I lose like 40 DPD IQ whenever I start talking. Huntress with Oakheft is much better. Huntress with Oakheft can, without the need for a main event, just deny unhook straight up. You can also hit somebody and M1 them, even mid animation. And if people are trying to rotate for set up a play, like forcing locker and doing something where you can get somebody off the hook, even if it's a bad trade, like Huntress can eat through hell states suddenly. And she can proxy and do a little bit more because she has more effective range. Trickster is better in the sense that he can chew through protection hits, he can chew through hell states after the fact. He wins harder. And main event can be kept in a way where like you don't have to use ammo to do it. And you could say that Trickster is very often better at getting into situations where this matters at all because, again, he's 4.6. Huntress is more map dependent than Trickster is. There's more spots where if you understand your check spots and if you understand how to just move in tiles, Huntress really shouldn't be able to do anything. And in a way she's easier to pre-run because of that too. Because you have like these really safe resources where you can just go there and you can hold your gun, you can be very safe, and if she tries to challenge you, you are losing the game. But yeah, Trickster's got nothing on Oakheft Huntress in pure camp situations. She's also much more reliable. I think it's easier to do what you need to do to secure health states on Huntress than it is to really land all of your Trickster knives and get the value that he does and should have. I love Trickster a lot too. I've never done Blight-specific practice. But I have many, many hours on Killer. I'm pushing 26,000 hours in DBD, and almost 25,000 of them are just playing Killer in matchmaking. I think I have less than 1,000 hours on Blight. He's not one of my 5 most played. I have much more time playing Nurse, playing Doctor, playing Hag. Somebody else, I'm forgetting 2 others. 2 or 3 others. Nurse, Doctor, Hag, Wesker, and the Unknown. I probably have more time on Legion too. I played a lot of Legion at one point. Wraith. I was a Wraith 1 chick in 2018 for like 5 months. And I was playing a lot at that time, even by my standards. Probably pushing 10 hours a day. On average over that like multi-month period. Yuri was going for power moves. Who's my daily for? Pig, let's play Pig. We'll try running Ruin so people don't get to 99 their gens too comfortably. I want people to at least have to activate their traps. Yeah? Is my mic working? Testing. Yeah, okay. What's up? Do you want easier wins now, or do you want easier wins overall? Like, how much do you play? What are your goals in this game? If you really wanted easier wins consistently, I would really choose between Nurse and Blight. Blight is probably more consistently easy because of the horizontal mobility. Like, you don't really care about like where your 3-gen is too much, and you can brain off. Nurse is probably stronger and more consistent in actually downing and like playing for things. So if you want to like be like really focused, and if you want to like try a bit, and if you want to play with a lot of effort and you want to get good at the game, a Nurse is probably your best bet. Blight, or if he clicks more with you, Billy, probably otherwise. If you don't want to get to the point where like playing Nurse or Blight is better and more quote-unquote appropriate to try to win consistently, like if you don't have any aspirations of like beating good teams, you just want to like stomp on people that are in like lower tiers, and if you're a lower tier yourself and you accept that you're going to lose games and stay there, probably playing Wraith and hit and run is the easiest way to do it. I would play Wraith, I would hit and run, I would try to farm injuries, and afterwards I get 1 slug, and hook somebody else, tunnel the second person, and then play kind of in the style of like what you see me do on Blight. I think that would be okay. I think that if you're playing against teams that aren't super good, and you're going out of your way to cherry pick like easy chases, and you just have decent movement, which is in some ways easier than like playing the quote-unquote mechanical killers, I think that Wraith is really cozy. Well, you're saying boring, but yeah, easy, boring, like it's very streamlined. But what I'm telling you about Wraith is like no good, because once you get like to a certain threshold, then it becomes map dependent. He's very vulnerable to looping. He's loop bait. I think most people would tell you to play Blight with like Crow and Alkring. 4v1 Blight. If it's more your style, like something like the Unknown is fine. Like anything that has potential in the 1v1 and isn't super map dependent is cozy. Dwight's name is Pop Goes the Weasel. That makes sense. Maybe I'm playing with like South Americans. This is really early where I am. The on deeps. Hey Abby, how you doing? And all the gens are at 0 because everyone's up. And nobody was on. Or nobody is on. So as far as Pig goes, we're kind of kicking ass right now. before. I love M1 killers. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm getting over something too. It might just be allergies, but I felt really stuffy yesterday and the day before. Well, she's got an ODS. Because she's saboed. No, I'm a Euromut. Mostly German, Hungarian, Ukrainian, Russian, Scottish, and Austrian. Really? No, it's on the box, so let's get Dwight first. We'll let him search. For the most part, with the exception of Vecna items, obviously, survivors aren't teleporting. So showing is kind of expensive. I gotta be careful about the head pops, because they can use that to get someone through hatch sometimes. And Ace is the tallest slug, so we'll hang out with him. Oh, I almost forgot. I need another ambush hit for my daily, right? And let's farm one more. Oh, there we go. I didn't know there's a hatch spawn in here. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen it there before. In the context of just using the kit and consistently not making mechanical errors, Blight is much, much easier than Billy is. In the context of beating a team on a map that neither one should win, Billy is easier than Blight, because the insta-down and the capacity to use the chainsaw in areas where Blight's current rushes are too slow and inflexible is like way more useful to like actually create win cons. If you give like strong enough survivors using like really strong shit and like a really good map, Billy has a much higher potential to actually win than Blight does. Because you need better chases than Blight can do, and you need to create problems that Blight can't really cause. But playing Billy at that level and in those situations is obviously much harder than anything on a mechanical level that Blight ever asks you to do. So So the short answer would be blight. I love Wesker. I really love the joy of physics. I think my highest prestige survivor is like a 44 in Claudette, but I've since been playing Saga Anderson. A clue? I love Claudette, best girl. I've been playing Saga because she's a little bit shorter and she has the quiet, healthy injured noises, and Spirit players hate Saga. I like being that one guy. That fire detector is wired. Good catch, I keep forgetting about that thing. She's an Alan Wake cosmetic. She's the tiniest survivor in the game. When you're working on a generator, they can't see your head over it. It's so funny looking. If you stand up next to a generator, you can't see her head. The fuck are you guys doing? The fuck am I doing? Oh, I see, red ping. Then it makes more sense. Why do I have red ping? Yeah, her healthy noises are definitely the quietest, and they're also a difficult frequency to hear. If you take the Ellen Ripley perk, that makes your footsteps quiet and you run around with Saga, no spirit will ever hear you. It's wonderful. Why am I lagging? Nah, but stuck next to the hook. No, the slugged ones don't count towards anti-camp. But if you have a slug next to a hook, that's a lot of pressure. Anti-camp's disabled though if I go 60 meters away, which is also when a good embrace turn is on. You see, they think they're gonna wiggle off the cool edge map and make me carry them past the broken hook. But I'm just beating them out. If somebody disconnected, I would trap a bot in the corner. But because it's a Sabo squad, I don't want to let anyone stand up and play the Soul Guard game without also bleeding out an Unbreakable. Because Soul Guard is more likely here and we have people splitting with Soul Guard, then like the game actually goes on a little bit. I think this is more commanding. Oh, I see. Maybe the red ping makes sense. Yeah, okay, this is a core server. These guys have 140 to 180 ping. Why is my connection shit then? Shouldn't they be playing on my ping? We've got a VPN gamers here. No, win condition is killing everybody. I'm not playing to bully them, I'm playing to win and have fun. What you're recommending though, honestly, like killing 2 in this whiff, having like plaything using Pentimento and AFKing in front of the Pentimento totem where they can't cleanse it is probably way better. Swift is super unwinnable, by the way. Brand new porting, let's go. You kinda love to see it. I kinda wish that a no-mither-ish effect, like just having Unbreakable base kit would be really good. And make like no-mither a perk that instead of making you injured, just made it so that you didn't bleed. And make it like Unbreakable lets you recover faster. I'd have way more hatch escapes, but in that version of the game it would make sense. I don't really need to have this much control over people in the games that I'm winning if I'm winning them hard enough. There are a couple, like, little survivor buffs, well, not little survivor buffs, but pretty significant survivor buffs, I'd like to say. Another one is I think that survivors should be able to walk through the killer and other survivors if they have AFK crows. Just like lose collision with other characters. That way survivors can hold each other hostage. Hatch should probably be removed from the game. Don't actually do that to people. But like realistically speaking, like something like Deadlock, maybe even like Ruin, Pentimento plaything, and just AFKing in front of the Pentimento with like 1 or 2 people left in the trial. It has to be 2. You can make gens take disgustingly long. And if you like really like rolled the team at 5 gens and they might even hide for a while and not understand what you're doing, that might add an extra few minutes, and you could have people like doing gens for 10 minutes. If people started doing that, that would be really distasteful. It's one thing to do things to win, it's another just to be unfriendly. Hey, look, we have a cheater. Or lag. I guess that could be lag. Ah, okay, 800 ping. That might not just be a lag, that could be a lag switch. Can I get the instant save? This guy's too laggy to be in my game. Oh yeah, that's definitely switching. Look at them go. Both of them. Man. This guy is almost wiggled off by the time I can pick him up. That's so sick. Oh, yummy. I don't think I had Mickey D since I was like, I want to say 9 years old. But I remember it being quite yummy. I don't eat a ton of fast food. I did have a Burger King a couple of months ago, though. And if it counts, I had Chinese yesterday. I mean, my cooking isn't the healthiest thing in the world, either. I guess a lot of protein. I'm really big on, like, red meat, cheese, and hot sauce. I make salads with, like, onions, green olives, and creamy dressings. Starchy vegetables, stuff like that. Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna be right back 1 sec. I have to check for a delivery. Okay. Had a $70 box of coffee on the door, so I didn't want to like leave it hanging. Yeah, I ate a lot of chicken too. I've got a freezer full of this stuff right now. Thank you, thank you. I'll probably do chicken for lunch today. Let's find another team. better have the S. You're running to nothing, man. Found the one dead zone on the map. Switch is so good on Blight. Wow, okay, he walks into the car. That works too. I would tunnel the bill. Having a slug next to the pain rest hook might be even better. Especially on this map where it's hard to I just want to keep moving, because we know this guy's in death now. And they're also here. go.